In other news, amidst the ongoing pandemic, big changes are hitting the economy. Among them, a significant drop in mergers and acquisitions despite record annual investments in the tech sector, and the lifting of limits on prime rate mortgages. But here to explain is Israeli consumer behavior expert and ILTV contributor, Vili Abraham. Thank you so much for being with us, Vili. Now, let's start with mortgages. What are the limits that are being lifted specifically?
Well, when you take a mortgage, there are two components. There's one where there's a fixed interest rate, and the other one which is indexed to the prime interest. So until now, when you took a mortgage, only a third of it would be indexed to the prime interest. And now what they want to do is they want to make this limitation to just 1/3. They want to increase it to 2/3 of the mortgage.
Well, so what does that mean for the average Israeli on the street?
Well, it means that a larger proportion of the mortgage will be indexed to the prime interest. So it means that your interest that you're paying will not be high to start with, meaning it will change in accordance with, the consumer price index and other indexes in the market. So overall, it's meant to make your repayments a lot lower.
All right, so and when will these changes take effect?
So we're talking about in a few weeks, but only for people who haven't taken up mortgage yet. For those who have a mortgage, this will come into effect only around March or April.
I see. So people who already have mortgages from before this change takes effect can still, benefit in some way from it?
Not now, only in March or April, they will be able to refinance and then benefit from a lower interest rate.
All right. Well, so let's move now to another new change, mergers and acquisitions apparently taking a dive in Israel. What can you tell us about this?
All right, so we'll look at mergers and acquisitions. We had a lot fewer deals this year, 2020. We're talking about 93 deals totaling $17 billion. In comparison to 143 deals and amounting to $14.2 billion back in 2019.
So, and what does that mean? Is that really beneficial only for the tech sector or maybe for the society at large? How does that translate, to layman's terms?
Well, if we look at mergers and acquisitions, it might be a bit less relevant, although the government does benefit from the deals because it does, collect income tax. But if you look at investments that were raised from abroad, they were much more significant in 2020, even higher, much higher than 2019. And here, when a company raises capital by offering shares, right, it does what is called IPO, initial public offering, then the government makes money because when we buy shares, we pay income tax. So it makes a lot of money off of this. It can make millions from every deal.
All right, well, I'm sure a lot of people are waiting on pins and needles to see exactly how all of this plays out. Vili, thank you so much for being with us.
Pleasure.